Now that you've learned the business app sales process, our sales cadence, and you understand that your number one goal right now is to be setting demos, the second part of that is you're going to need business leads to reach out to with their phone number, potentially their email address, and other information about them so you can reach out to them and start a conversation. So at Business Apps, we've created a very powerful way for you to build a lead list very quickly, and it's really easy to set up. So I'm going to walk you through this. The first thing you're going to want to do is click sign up for free. And in this example, I'm just going to use a random email address. And once I am launched into Business Health, I'm going to have a short walkthrough. And Business Health offers a lot of features for you to help manage your sales, keep track of your metrics, and much more. But you need to remember that right now, the first thing that you need to do is set demos. So to keep you focused, worry about just building your lead list, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you're able to pick your industry by this category drop down. You can enter in the city that you're selling to, and then you can also choose to focus on businesses that may have certain criteria such as a Facebook page or Twitter page or even email addresses. What I recommend doing is pretty much leaving most of this blank, and I'll tell you why. The reason why is you'll just get a lot more leads. So I'm just going to type in bars in San Francisco, and once you click this, it'll start running. And what this is doing and how it works and what makes this so amazing is it's going through Yelp, it's going through Google Places, it's going through Yahoo Local, and it's gathering all that data for you so you don't have to go out and get it yourself. And every single second, it's gathering a new lead for you. And if you let this run for a few minutes, and I'm going to pause the recording so you can see how many leads that you'll get. But if you let this go to 100%, you'll get a bunch of leads. So I'm going to pause this. Then right now I'm at 16 leads. So let's see how many we get in about 30 seconds. Now just checking in here, I'm at 39%. And you'll see all of the leads are starting to almost hit 100. So again, when you do a search, definitely let it sit for a few minutes as it gathers all this data because it's crawling the internet for these leads. So I'm going to hit pause one more time and I'll resume when it's at 100 to show you how many leads it can gather in just one search. All right, so now that the lead search has completed, you'll see that I have a ton of information about businesses, including their phone number, their address, even their Yelp address, and their website, a ton of information for you to work with when you're selling to these small businesses. And the next thing you're going to want to do is take these and import them into your sales pipeline. And now when I import these, it's going to pull you into another part of business health, but I want to really stress to not get too caught up in this platform just yet because there's a lot of powerful things that it can do, but what's even more powerful is making sales, and that's where your focus really, really needs to be right now. So, yes, it allows you to keep track of your sales. You can keep notes in here, but what I recommend doing is until you have a few sales under your belt, you can actually export the leads. And I'll show you a super easy way. And this is actually how I sell is I keep it really simple. And you can download this lead list. This is all the leads that you had just gotten. And I'm just going to open this in Excel and I'm going to show you how to clean it up really quick. The first column you don't need. If you're really picky, you can call it business name, owner name. That's something that you're going to want to get. And then everything else I'm just going to shorten it down so I can see it in one nice view. But as you can see, it has their website, their Twitter page, and these are things that you want to have available. Like for example, I would probably move their Yelp score closer to the business name because that's a great piece of insight for you to bring up when you were on a call with them. So I just move that over and I'm going to delete it from over here. Delete this column. And then now, if I'm actually going to use this as a selling sheet, here's an easy way for you to keep track of your sales. Is for one, I would put contact. Did you contact the business? And then when? And then include an area for notes, such as what happened. So for a lot of these businesses, you're not going to have their email address to start. So when I call this business, my goal is to get their email address. Who is the best person to talk to? Can I get their email address? Another trick is you can go to their website and look at their contact page and get their email address and then add it in here, and then send them an initial email to make the call warm. But if you were to call this business, I'd say something along the lines of, hey, I was just wondering if I could speak to someone in marketing or a manager. I have been researching your business. I'm actually on your website right now, and I have some information and some research I wanted to share with you guys. Is there anyone I could speak to about that? And typically you get two responses. You get, no, that person's not in, or you'll actually get the right person who's on the phone. And that's where you really want to go in hard for actually scheduling the demo. And you say, I have, a lot of information about your business where I see you winning and I see you losing. And so let me, schedule 15 minutes and go over that with you. And I definitely think you'll be impressed with what I've found in terms of how I can potentially help you grow your business. And you have all their Yelp scores right here too. You can say, I see your Yelp scores at a 4.1. I'd love to raise that. Again, I have a ton of other ideas. What's the best email address for you? And again, this is where you start using this Excel sheet to your advantage. And you find out the owner's name is Andrew. And for these, you can just do just really simple tactics such as yes, contacted. You put in today's date. And then notes would be, I scheduled a demo. Or maybe I call this place and no answer. Maybe this place voicemail. And maybe this place got correct email. And remember, these are wins right here. And one thing for motivation that I always like to do is I like to mark my wins. So when I have something good happen, I'll mark it. So I can look at my day and see basically how productive I was and how much success I had in terms of getting towards landing an appointment with a small business. So I hope this was helpful and keep on continuing with the training and you will be selling to small businesses in no time.